Welcome, SOBs. I hope everyone is hungry because we are about to serve up another episode of Vampires of Pittsburgh Lockdown, our vampire soap opera that takes place in the horrible dystopian universe of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I am your game master, Jared Logan. This is the Stream of Blood where we show you tabletop role-playing games played by the most entertaining, talented, funny, and frankly, fucked up people that we can find. And we present those games to you. This is our Vampire the Masquerade 5th edition Chronicle Vampires of Pittsburgh Lockdown. It's been a crazy couple of sessions on this show. We've had wars with the Inquisitors. We barely saved some touchstones from dying. And not to mention the status quo has become so dystopian in our vampire game that, what I like to say is that the world is so horrible in our game that it swings back around and becomes nice again. We can all enjoy this horrible dystopian reality as opposed to the one that we keep seeing in our Twitter feeds and outside our windows. And I only mention that to say before we get started, I hope everybody's taking care of each other, wearing masks, washing your hands, checking in on your friends and family all the time, see how they're doing. And we hope that our little game gives you, moments where you can see friends kind of hanging out and making each other laugh, and kind of gives you some of those experiences that we're all missing right now. I know it does for me. That's why I'm doing this. And so that said, let me start bringing in my friends. This gentleman played in my 2-year Dungeons & Dragons 5e campaign. He is my favorite role player. He's also a gifted improviser with the Improvised Shakespeare Company. Please welcome, as the veteran and gangrel vampire Curtis Krieger, Mr. Ross Bryant, everybody.
Jared, oh gosh, you caught me here sorting my tapes.
Yes.
I guess. What album was I looking at? Just a very apt title for what we went through last time. This is Forms of Unreasoning Fear by the band Mortal Wound.
Mortal Wound. I love that name. Half of why I like metal or death metal or whatever is just the incredible names they have for their group.
Death metal in particular just is. There's such a poetry to choosing the right like little phrase that conjures up an image of like extreme operatic brutality.
I've been listening to this band called Death Spell Omega.
Oh yes, Death Spell Omega. Yes,
awesome. You know of them.
Yes.
They're nice boys. They're a nice group of boys, clean cut, who just like making music.
Expect big things.
Look for them on your local Spotify app. I hope you've been banging your head with your death metal, Ross, so that you're ready to enter this death metal-esque world that you all inhabit once a week.
Yes, we cured a mortal wound last time, so
yes,
perhaps we can inflict some this time.
Things are looking up. I think this might just be a session where everybody's happy and, nobody gets more mentally degenerate or loses anybody or gets sadder. All the vampires might just have a nice night this time.
Good gulp.
No. Let's bring in our next friend. She is an incredible actress that you may have seen on Mythic Quest or heard in Horizon Zero Dawn. She brings so much reality to this show by really playing what this experience would be like for her character, Jen Brown, who's just, a normal gal who is talented with computers. And man, she shouldn't have become talented with computers because that made the vampires want to recruit her. And now she's just a normal gal in a very unusual and frightening situation. That sort of describes all of us now. Just a bunch of normal gals in an unusual and frightening situation. Please welcome Ashley Burch, everybody.
Hi.
Hello.
I feel like I gotta scrub up on my death metal to keep up with you guys.
Oh yes, well, it is a music genre beloved by women. for its unchecked and I would say almost BO smelling aggression.
Are there female death metal bands? There must be, right?
Oh yeah,
there are a couple that have ladies as part of the ensemble for sure. Yeah,
So like a full
fully.
Charlie's Angels-esque death metal band.
Oh yeah.
Surely one of them is out there somewhere.
I just in order to like learn more, a great Instagram follow if you're into it is this arcane archivist who posts old like black metal and death metal zines from the 90s, and it's they who turned me on to this Greek black metal band called Astarte, named after the pagan goddess Astarte, who is an all-female Greek Hellenistic black metal band, and they claim to be the first. Although apparently there's a Turkish band that maybe precedes them.
I love Greek and Turkish are not what I thought you were going to say. I'm not sure where I think that death metal originates or where it would populate, but for some reason...
It's in all of our hearts.
It's in all of our hearts.
Let it out. But if you live
international phenomenon.
In the Aegean or the Dardanelles, it's
you're hot. Hanging out in Greece, you're in the island of Santorini, you're popping olives, it's a sunny day, and you want to hear some death metal. I'm going to bring on our final, last but not least, new friend to me. He is an incredible actor that you may have seen on Raised by Wolves on HBO. He's getting ready to film season 2 of that, and I'm really excited because I want to see where the story goes next. And talk about a mover of story. Oh my God, his character Lucius Ali he's my favorite type of character, one that creates problems while also solving them. What a mischievous player he is, and just a thrill to play games with. Please welcome Abu Salim as Lucius Ali, everybody.
Hello.
Hi.
I love that
was a very
literally, I know, like creating problems and then solving them. I mean, that's what you're supposed to do, right? That's human beings, right?
Yeah, I think that's what stories are, maybe. Should we talk about the magic of story for 10 minutes?
I mean, sure, okay. Let's do it.
I'll leave that to Ron Howard. We'll just play some Vampires of Pittsburgh Lockdown. How does that sound, everybody?
Sounds phenomenal.
Great.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. 1 year ago, these vampires broke the Masquerade, and that has had consequences. The city of Pittsburgh is now in the grips of a full Inquisition takeover. The Second Inquisition is trying to purge every vampire from the city. Your friends are dead. The city is burning. This is Lockdown. And the first thing I want to ask my players is, we don't need that anymore. Bring them back in. Yes. Well-timed secret storyteller Clinton Trucks, tries to help me make it dramatic, but I ruin it for him. Okay. What I want to know first, let's do a little bookkeeping. Everybody has 6 XP to spend. I think that Lucius Ali has more because he's committed diablerie twice. And we're going to get that total for him in a second. But does anybody want to pop some of that XP into anything, or do you want to continue to save it up? And I can tell you what things cost.
I'd love to know what things cost.
Yeah.
Okay. Great. So if you want a higher attribute, which I was just looking today and I saw that Jen Brown has some kind of low attributes and she's been through a lot. She might, her resolve or her composure may have gone up. A new attribute would be the number of dots you want to have, like if it was 4 times 5. So you'd need 20 XP to bring something up to 4 in Vampire. That's a lot. You have to save up for a while. A new skill is just the new level that you want times 3. So if you wanted like level 3 in a skill, it'd be 9 XP. A discipline is the new level times 5. So 5 XP for level 1 in a new discipline. Does anybody have any thoughts on that, or are we just banking it for right now?
And remind me, we achieved how much since the last time we did this?
You've got 6 XP in our Lockdown series. That's 4 sessions, but 2 storylines I have decided have now been completed.
So that includes whatever we banked last time.
Yeah, you have stuff from all of the sessions you've done. You might have some banked. I think that you do actually.
I think I do, but I think it's just like 4, so I might have a total of 10.
Yeah, that sounds right. Yeah.
Okay, I think that's right. Okay.
Oh, Curtis. Oh no, you'd need 20 XP to go to blood potency too, because that's new level times 10. Curtis could do it just the honest way, just with honest experience banking. I think the rules say you have to do something else to get that higher blood potency, like Lucius did.
Mm-hmm. I'm a real Johnny Punch Clock who's trying to do it on his own, sweat of his own brow, without taking these diableristic shortcuts.
Yeah. And whereas Lucius is more of like a blood potency venture capitalist, you know.
I am mining those iron daggers. That's all I'm doing.
Yeah. He's mining Bytecoin.
Oh no!
I'll see myself out.
No, I love that. Bitcoin is something I'm going to start using that term now. Look, I think that this is rather than we don't have to get into all the numbers right this second. It's just a good idea. Maybe right now is a good time to take a breath, look at your sheet, and see if there's something you want, and kind of decide if there's something you want right now. We could see if you have enough for it right now, or if there's something you need to save up for.
How much XP would it take for me to get a new thin blood power?
A new thin blood alchemy power. Let's see. Your thin blood alchemy, according to what I have here, is at 2. So if you wanted it at 3, that would cost you. That's a new level times 5. Or no, that's not a clan discipline. It's an other discipline. New level times 7. You need 21 XP.
Oof.
To get another dot in your, because thin bloods don't have clan disciplines, so it's an other discipline for you.
It's a lot of XP.
Oh, I apologize. I'm completely wrong. I look farther down the list and it says thin blood formula level times 3. So that's way cheaper. If you just have to decide which formula you want, and then it's just the level of the formula times 3 XP.
Wasn't there a formula where I could fly?
I think that there was. Should we look that up really quickly? Because I think Jen Brown flying is something that has to happen in the game.
It's a little Mary Poppins.
And this is a great time in the game for Jen Brown to, there's our beautiful XP chart. So this is a great time in the game for Jen Brown to kind of we're taking a little downtime here. She can spend time experimenting with blood and things like that. Let's see. Level 2. Envelop. A mist that clings to a victim. No, that's not quite right. I'm sorry. That's a level 4 power. Airborne momentum. So that would cost like 4 times 3, 12 XP. And I think that I'd have to make sure, but you probably need at least 1 level 3 power first.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, maybe I could get a level 3 power.
Yeah.
I'd like to be more useful in battle.
There is. And this would make so much sense for you. There's a power here that allows you to make really nasty blood sort of fresh for anybody.
Oh.
And it might be that Jen Brown sort of remembers things about that urn and kind of how it worked, or looks up old, figures out how to like make fresh blood out of disgusting blood.
That seems like a really good thing to learn right now.
Yeah, maybe she would need 9 XP because it's a 3rd level formula.
I have 9.
Oh, dang! I think she should try it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. It's called. These have the best names, right? It's called Diffractionate. Jen Brown is kind of making her own urn. Lucius, you weren't here for the urn. It was this thing that turned any kind of blood source into fresh vitae that could really empower vampires, because sometimes they can't really eat like bagged blood, or the taste of animal blood is disgusting to them. But for a while, there was this magical ancient urn that their characters had gotten their hands on. But don't worry, Jen and Curtis Krieger made sure that it got smashed onto the ground at some point, and it was
we were
lost.
trying to do a thing. It was supposed to be, we were trying to call a bluff, and it didn't go well. And,
right.
The Anarch army ended up getting obliterated. It's not a big deal.
I guess I'll just have to eat you for that.
No, if you're joking.
Oh yeah, I mean, come on. There might be a scene tonight where people just talk to Lucius about what's going on with you, man.
Dude,
but I have added that thin blood alchemy ritual to your sheet, Jen Brown. Diffractionate. You can erase your 9 XP. You have now spent them, and I'm going to say that when we begin the session tonight, and there's some downtime, you have been experimenting with different formula for a while, and you've made a breakthrough. So now I'll ask Curtis Krieger: is there anything you're thinking, or are you saving still?
I think I want to save up for one of the big boys, either new discipline or even hold out for the blood potency bump up. Because right now the only thing I could really do is bump up a skill, and I don't know if I don't know if there's one that I'm psyched to knock.
There's one other option I can think of for you, Curtis, which is if you take a couple actions, your goal has always been to destroy Pittsburgh's drug trade. And I don't know exactly what that means, but if you took a couple more actions that way, you could get a background, like you suddenly are like controlling part of the criminal underworld in Pittsburgh, or you have a dangerous reputation or something like that.
Yeah, I was trying to send Brad out on little missions to gauge the current landscape of the drug trade. I remember saying that like when we first got back at the beginning of the lockdown arc, but we haven't touched base on it. But yeah, I would love to see who's moving product into the city.
Well, you can investigate that tonight, absolutely, and maybe kind of think about a new advantage, a new background, which would cost you. It's just 3 XP per dot, so maybe with like a little side quest to handle that a little bit, you could suddenly pop it into some sort of new background.
All right,
but we'll save it for right now, and then now I'll talk to Lucius Ellie. So you have 6. Plus whatever was left over from your blood potency pump up. You pumped your blood potency up to 3, and I believe you had 5 left over. So you have 11 XP floating around. Clint and Trucks, our secret storyteller, can correct me if I'm wrong on that, but I believe you have 11 to spend. So that's a lot. It would cost you 40 XP to get another dot of blood potency, so that's not in the offing. But you could get more. I think you could get more disciplines with what you have. Let's see here. Your character, if you wanted more magic powers, wanted more vampire powers, you only have Fortitude 1. I think Fortitude 2 is within your abilities, or Celerity. So Celerity makes you incredibly fast. Right now you can dodge bullets, but you could get a level 2 of Celerity. And Fortitude makes you incredibly durable, like the way vampires can shrug off a lot of blows. You could get level 2 of that. And I can let me tell you what those powers do. And you can also say, you know what, I'm saving it up right now, Jared. I'm not interested. Level 2.
Yeah, go on, hit me. No, go on, hit me.
Level 2 of Fortitude gives you toughness. You subtract your Fortitude from all damage that ever comes at you. But you have to make a rouse check to do it, so you might get hungrier. So if you had a Fortitude of 2, you could make a rouse check and subtract 2 from any damage that hits you. That would be the level 2 of Fortitude. And in Celerity, which is vampiric speed, you could get Fleetness. Oh, I actually really love this power. You can move and react at dizzying speed. You add the Celerity rating to your dice pool for any non-combat dexterity test, but you also have to make a rouse check. You might get hungrier, but you can.
It'll be so fast.
It's if you ever watched True Blood, the way they went across the room. Is that everybody? Am I evoking it well for everybody?
Yeah.
Ooh,
I mean,
absolutely.
it's working for me. So, like, yeah.
That's the
And
thanks.
what about dominate? So what would I need then to kind of get a level in that? Because it's quite high right now, right?
It dominates at 3. So if you wanted a 4th dot in that, you'd need 20 XP to get a 4th dot in that.
Damn. Guess I just gotta eat more people. I'm gonna bank on it for now, man.
Okay, let's bank it. And so let me start the session then. Let's kind of get into the session. What's everybody's health levels at? Who is damaged?
Me.
Yeah, I think
As
you have
always.
1 aggravated, Jen, or did you have more?
I got 2 superficial, and then I think 1 aggravated from the explosion, maybe?
Yeah, that sounds right. Okay. And is anybody else hurt at all?
I have 3 superficial hanging around.
Well, if you have any superficial, go ahead and take them off of your sheet because those heal very easily. They heal, I think, a little slower for Jen Brown, but basically we're going to spend a couple nights healing up here. Jen Brown can actually spend, I think, blood to heal some of that superficial. And since we're kind of jumping ahead a couple days, you have done that. And willpower will also be returned. You've spent a couple days doing that. But I'm going to say, how long do you guys think you kind of just hide out in that tanning parlor, kind of just recovering from your recent adventures?
Realistically, since I'm a thin blood, how long would it take for me to recover fully?
That aggravated damage, I mean, I think I'd have to look exactly, but I think a week is fair enough. For 1 point of aggravated, you could start to feel better about it, especially with a licensed medical doctor taking care of you.
I guess. Would it be crazy for us to have tamped things down for a week, though?
Not necessarily. The only thing is after we find out how long you guys have kind of been hiding out, I'm going to make you make some rouse rolls to see how hungry you've gotten.
Ooh.
Right.
Well, I mean, we could say it's been a couple of days. Is there any way for me to heal aggravated damage faster than just hanging out for a week?
Let me check, but I think that generally you just have to kind of you just have to. Yes,
I got the book open.
Okay,
with a rouse and an entire night, you can should be
heal
able to
aggravated damage.
Oh, okay, great. Let's do that.
Okay, do that. Give me a rouse roll and take a night to heal that up.
I'm not hungrier.
Great, and the aggravated's gone.
Is my health? How do I figure out what my max health is? I've been so low for so long that I don't remember how healthy I'm supposed to be anymore.
Yeah, it's stamina, I think, plus composure, but let me make sure.
Oh, really?
I think. I could be wrong. It might just be equal to your stamina.
Little baby bird.
So while we're looking that up to make sure we know what your health is, I think that I am going to rule that you guys at least must make 2 rouse rolls just because you've spent at least 2 nights, I think, recovering.
Makes sense. Again, a rouse roll is just the dice pool 1 or
just roll 1 die and see if it's a 6 or above. If it is not a 6 or above, you add a point to your hunger.
Okay. Ross's face.
Well, failed. Go on.
Okay, you add a point to your hunger, Lucius LE, which was at 0, so you're just at 1.
Oh, okay, great.
Did you make 2 rouse rolls though? Everybody needs to make 2.
I'm gonna make another one now. No, I get 2 now. I'm in 2, I guess.
Okay, you have a hunger of 2. And you prefer a very specific type of food. So
hey, we've got food with us, so it's okay.
and where are you at, my friend Curtis Krieger? Where are you at?
I had 2 already, but I also failed both rouses. So Curtis, so I'm at 4. So my buddy Craig is looking.
Oh no!
More delicious by the moment.
Oh God, that's horrible. And Jen Brown, how are you doing after spending just a couple nights recovering?
Against all odds, I succeeded twice. So
so what's your hunger at?
I think it's just 2. Yeah, it's just 2.
Excellent. Okay. Well, people are hungrier than I thought they might be. So you guys might want to think about hunting. But the very first question I have to ask you is, what did you do with your prisoner, Lena, who is definitely going to have to make some rouse rolls to see if she can heal up some of that damage you gave her in our last session. Did you lock her in like a broom closet in the tanning parlor? Did you dump her somewhere and say, get out of town? What did you do with your prisoner, the defeated kindred that you found?
I'd say we kept her, right?
Yeah, I think we would have kept her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it would have definitely locked her in, because the UV stuff doesn't do anything to vampires, does it? Those tanning beds, right? We can't like lock her in there, and damage her like slowly, or keep her as prisoner at bay kind of thing, right?
You can do whatever you'd like. I'd say that it's probably a group decision.
Right.
If it is literally locking a vampire into a tanning bed and turning on the UV, that sounds like torture, and I might give you like a stain for it, which would erode your humanity. But if you just like found one of the rooms that has tanning beds and kind of locked her in there, that's okay. Or if you think that you really carefully attempted some rolls to get her on your side before taking her back to your headquarters, that's an option too. Let me know what you guys think you did.
I have a feeling that we didn't try to get her on our side because she was going to turn Dylan and Craig. So I feel like we're probably keeping her for information, but none too pleased with her. That would be my assumption.
Yeah, I guess the idea is, as far as that goes, is that she's been in town and aware longer than us, so she might have some more information that would be valuable to us about the state of things in Pittsburgh and who else is running around associated with the the former movement, that we should be aware of. But aside from that, she got to go.
Yeah, we could start by trying to interrogate her. That could be the first thing that we do.
Yeah, I think I've just been getting over the fact that she looks familiar, even though this is the first time I've ever seen her. And I've just been sort of in the back burner, letting Jen and Curtis lead the charge on this, because Lord knows what I'd bloody do if I had my hands on her. So.
Then it sounds like you are going to question her. And are you questioning her at your current haven, the tanning parlor, or somewhere else?
I think at the tanning parlor, right?
Yeah. I mean, that allows, we went back there last time, and it allows you guys to do the healing up that we, Jen Brown, stamina +3 is how you derive your health. So that's how many health you should have right now.
Oh, that's much better.
So you have her in a room. This tanning parlor has a lot of rooms. It has like 7 different rooms. So you found like kind of maybe an office-y kind of area that doesn't really have windows because of the way the building is kind of in the middle of all these other buildings, and where someone kind of worked on the computer and did the books, and you just kind of put her in there. And after these 2 nights passed, you suddenly hear her, as you all rouse one night, you hear her going, "Hello? Hello? Bonk, 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 bonk."
Should we go visit our guest?
That might be a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
Lucius, if we bring you in, are you going to be nice?
I'll manage.
Or maybe it'd be better if you stayed out of this so that you could be bad cop if things don't go so well in there.
Oh. All right.
Okay, so if that's how we play it, if Jen's on board, then maybe just the 2 of us go in.
Okay.
You enter, and she's kind of laying back in a rolling chair at the desk, just holding her jaw, which was ripped off last time. It's now healed up. Although it looks like, while the rest of her looks, a porcelain white, it looks kind of red and irritated still. And her fangs are showing as she kind of does this gesture. And then she looks up at you and is like, So can I go or what?
Can we say that we restrained her somehow?
I think that makes sense. You have her handcuffed or something to like a water pipe, a heating pipe.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Okay, great.
I think you going anywhere is really up to you right now.
Look, I'm pretty hungry after growing my bottom jaw back. You don't want someone here who's really hungry, do you?
You're not really in a position.
Food, I won't bother you again.
You're not really in a position to negotiate.
All right, rich girl. Tell me what you're going to do with me. You can cut my head off? You going to stake me?
We want information. And depending on how much information and how well you cooperate will determine what happens to you.
All right. Ask me whatever you want.
Who else is in your little anarch movement?
I'm not in an anarch movement.
Weren't you working with Rhodes?
I was passing through.
Is there a way? I mean, I guess will we just roll every time she talks to see if she's lying or not? To see if we
I think
can
you
tell?
can roll one time, Jen Brown, if you'd like.
Oh, okay.
And if you give me a wits plus insight, and I'm gonna roll for her because I can tell you right away. You guys get the feeling your instinct is correct to be checking on that, Jen Brown, because you get the feeling she lies about everything. She seems like a liar.
Yeah.
How'd you do?
2 successes.
Okay.
I mean, could I roll? And I know this may be a stretch because I don't have insight. But I feel like coming from the addict like world that Curtis does, he's done a lot of lying himself and has been around a lot of people who are lying to themselves and others. And so maybe it could be wits plus street wise.
I tell you what I will let you do. I'll let you give, if you don't mind, I'll let you give a die to Jen Brown. So she can go ahead and roll one more die right now.
Okay. Yeah,
great.
done. I'll keep my eyes on her. I'm like, I didn't know that.
You know what? We're going to willpower. It's early days, but why not? Okay, 3 successes.
Great. You will now have a pretty good idea whether she's lying or not, Jen Brown. With Curtis's advice, like him talking to you about addicts, he pegs her as an addict. I mean, all vampires are in a way, aren't they?
Sure.
But Curtis, really what you did is you pegged her as an addict and you gave Jen Brown a little advice on how to talk to her. And Jen Brown, you will now, for every question, sort of have an idea of whether she's lying or not. I can tell you so far she believes she's telling you the truth.
Okay. Where were you passing through from?
Let's see. I was in Philly. Before that, I was in New York. Outside New York. Yeah, I go all over.
Why'd you come here?
Well, people, our type of people, like to know things that are going on in other cities among our kind of people. And so I'm a journalist first. I go in and get the lay of the land and then move on. Tell people what I've seen.
And you'll tell me if she's lying at any point, right?
I will tell you. I really will. By the way, people are worried about Pittsburgh. Really worried.
Pittsburgh seem worse than the other places you've been then?
Oh, y'all are fully being invaded by these Inquisition types. You've got vampires in every other city asking, when will they be next? That's why I had to come and see this for myself. chop up a couple of those church types, those Inquisition boys. Didn't really get much of a chance to do that. They left me with the damn prisoners.
What do you know about the Inquisition since you've been here? What have you seen?
What I've heard is that it's different here than in other places. This is some kind of new Inquisition where they're moving in, soldiers. A lot of it is controlled by government agencies here in this particular operation.
Yeah, we've seen they access to firepower and air power.
Right. Yeah. Y'all are well and truly fucked.
Well, what about the Camarilla? What have you heard about them?
Well, they're the ones that are freaked out, aren't they? Yeah, everybody's talking about y'all in your little city and how you've kicked the hornet's nest and then opened it up and just smeared the hornets all over your face. And now you're all hornet stung, or do whatever you want with that metaphor. Look, I've learned what I want to know. So now I want to leave. What do I have to do to get you to let me do that?
Do you know where tell us where the current Camarilla stronghold is?
Well, here in Pittsburgh?
Yeah.
I don't know that. I just know a vamp named Sonia is running things.
We're familiar.
She sounds like a bad bitch. I would stay away from her if I were you. But, there's doubt that she's going to be able to handle this situation.
There any other independent actors like you and your little friends running around?
No, I'm the only one that I know of.
You said they kept you with the prisoners. The Inquisition did?
No, Rhodes and his friends. They had me stay with the prisoners.
That's
They
when you
didn't trust
attacked
me
our
to
friends.
go and fuck up the Inquisition with them. Although I would have loved to give it a shot.
So where do you want to head now if we let you go?
Oh, shit, I don't know. Throw a dart at a map. It doesn't really much matter. I bet those vampires I met in New York would love to know how things are going here in Pittsburgh. I could probably feed pretty good for a couple nights.
I think I'm going to kind of look at Curtis as if to say, what the fuck did we do with her? Because she hasn't lied to us as far as we know. Yeah?
She lied. I'm sorry. I meant to say it, and I was just so caught up in
Mm-hmm.
bodying her. She lied about the fact that there are no other independent actors.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Only you.
That I know of.
The problem with lying to us is that, like my friend said, you're not really in a position to negotiate. We're trying to have a nice conversation. And if we can't have a nice conversation, then we got to send somebody in here who isn't as nice as us.
You might remember him. I think he made a Pez dispenser out of your jaw.
Yeah, okay. There is someone else in the city right now.
Who?
I don't know his name. He's traveling around in a big black car, and he did talk to Rhodes and Deb and the rest of their little posse, but he didn't seem very impressed with them.
So you met him then?
I saw him. He was kindred.
Was he? Did Rhodes and them know him?
No, they didn't appear to know him, and they also well, they weren't very happy with how the meeting went. He called them fools and drove away. It was like he was, well, doing what I'm doing, getting the lay of the land, find out who's moving what here in the city, figuring out what the status quo is. I figure him for some kind of Camarilla bigwig.
If you don't know him, why not tell him about us? Why not tell us about him? Why lie?
Because fuck you. Because I sell information, and why should I give it away for free? Does that make sense?
A big black car?
A big black car. Looked like an older gentleman, but he was a leech. One of those motherfuckers with a big old forehead. You know what I'm saying? High hairline.
Is she describing Nosferatu?
No, you're not quite sure what she's describing. She says, basically, in Fargo, when they keep calling someone kind of funny looking, she's kind of giving you her best communication of that.
Have we seen a car like this anywhere?
You have not.
Okay.
Okay, so there's maybe some other. So you figure this as some sort of like Camarilla representative from out of town.
That's right. Now, you guys also know that there's already, well, first of all, I'll tell you based on your insight roll, Jen Brown, that she doesn't know. That's a guess.
Mm-hmm.
And you also know that there's already a Camarilla representative from out of town. The Archon has come in. Isabella, Lucius's sire, has come in to kick ass, take names, and clean things up. So, is there another Camarilla representative, and why would they go and sort of interview with Rhodes's nascent anarch movement?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Aside from Rhodes's little posse of militia wannabes, you have any other mortal attachments?
What, people?
Yeah.
Here in the city?
Yeah.
No, I don't have people anywhere. I'm a free spirit. Look, do you guys keep a herd? You think you could send me a bite to eat? Just throw someone in here. I'll handle it from there.
And then I go to walk out, and I'm just like, yeah, you know what? Maybe we will send someone in here. And
wait, are you leaving? Wait, hey, are you guys leaving the room?
I'm gonna ask them. So what did you find out?
She's screaming in the room now. She's frenzying, and you can even feel like the sound of that pipe clanging over and over as she pulls against it. You're pretty sure she's not gonna pop it. She hasn't shown super strength yet, vampiric strength yet.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna ask you guys, what have you guys found out? Have you found out anything useful?
Not really. There might be another person, an independent actor, a kindred in town, but we have no idea who they are or what they want. She doesn't seem to know anything else.
Okay.
And we're being watched by other vampire groups in other states, but that doesn't really come as a surprise.
Fantastic.
I don't know what to do with her. Do we let her go?
I mean, when she said she wanted to get the hell out of town, she wasn't lying. Right?
No, but thanks for double checking with me, because she was not lying.
Mm-hmm.
I'm personally not in the business of keeping anyone locked up if we don't have to. I don't know. I mean, did she seem dangerous? She seems like she just wants to leave, right?
She seems completely amoral. Frankly, she does seem dangerous, but maybe not to you. She was not lying when she said she was ready to leave town.
Only problem I can foresee if we let her go is that if she runs into the wrong person, she'd tell them exactly where we were.
Right, and I agree.
So what do you kill her?
I can handle it.
Lucius.
I will stop before anything goes wrong.
You haven't the last few times.
I know, but I wasn't ready. I didn't know. I was just. I will stop, or we get rid of her. We find some fucking stake somewhere and just stake her. She's a threat. I can see it. I can feel it. I can feel it. She's a threat.
The NPCs, some of them are here. Circe is here. She can make a suggestion on what she thinks you should do. But you guys are the leadership, so you don't have to. You don't have to consult any of them. I'm just letting you know that that's an option if you want.
Is Dylan nearby?
She is, yeah.
Okay, I'd like to call her over.
Good call, actually. Good shout.
Mm-hmm. She's like, yeah.
She's the one that attacked Craig, right?
Yeah. I don't think she was planning to do an embrace.
What do you mean?
She just wanted to kill him, drink him.
Rhodes, I think, wanted to turn us, but I think that she could tell that Craig had been using. I think Craig still maybe had a little bit of it in his blood. She was asking him questions about that, and that's when she suddenly got really hungry. I think she's an addict too.
Here's the thing, right? We can let her go and hope that she doesn't talk and doesn't sell information on us, which, I mean, doubtful. But hey, this place is about to go to shit. Who gives a fuck about us, of course? Or we can silence her. Completely just silence her.
Can I say something?
Please.
What?
Yeah.
If you want more kindred to behave the way you do, Jen Brown, then you have to give them the benefit of the doubt. If you guys go around just chainsawing everybody who steps into your path, pretty soon you're going to have a lot of enemies. I don't know. I just think
she's right. I mean, we broke away from the Camarilla for doing this same bullshit. I'm not saying that you're wrong. But what are we? What are we doing here? What the fuck are we even trying to survive if we're just gonna be like them?
We should be looking for another place to stay anyway. She's just out there looking for another fix, and she wants to get out of town.
I'm not saying this might not bite us in the ass, but if we're gonna cobble together some fucking existence here, I don't want to just keep killing everyone that we see.
You know what? I think that's a good idea. Go talk to her. See if she's up for joining our little merry band.
Something tells me she's not, but if not, we can get her out of town.
Fine.
I'm going to go back in and talk to her.
Oh, she's been frenzying, and you see that she's now kind of got control of herself, but she's like,
look, you've seen how bad it is here. And I know that all of these other vampires are watching Pittsburgh because they're scared of what happens next. If the kindred in this city are wiped out, they're going to know what they're doing works. They're not going to stop, and they're going to move on. And I know you don't make roots anywhere, but it won't be long until there won't be any place for you to run. So I'm offering you a safe place if you want to help us.
Make a persuade roll, a charisma, or you were being very resolute there, Jen Brown. You could use resolve instead if you'd like.
I'd love to use persuade if I could.
Yeah, you can use persuasion and you can use resolve or charisma. I'll allow either.
Oh my god. Second willpower of the game.
I'm so sorry.
Of the game. 2 successes.
Y'all know anybody else that's using?
Okay, I'm meta a little bit, but like how to join this to my little quest, right? Destroy the drug trade in Pittsburgh. Has Brad given me any information as to who's got stuff coming in?
Brad actually is walking in the door right now, like on his phone. He's like, you have to move like boards out of the way to get in. He's like, fuck. Ugh.
You gotta be quieter, man. God.
Sorry, man. There's a bunch of shit in the way. A bunch of boards and fucking goddamn barbed wire and shit. Y'all are keeping Fort Knox up in this motherfucker. They hung up. Shit.
Who?
Oh, you said you wanted to meet with people moving product in Pittsburgh right now.
Yeah.
There's one guy to talk to, and I set up a meeting.
For when?
Tomorrow night.
All right. Yeah, where?
Larimer. It's a neutral ground. I know you didn't want to walk into you didn't want to come in here, and they don't want you walking into their fucking distribution and production center. So it's a 7-Eleven parking lot.
Good man. All right. Okay, so got to meet tomorrow night with this guy. I don't know anyone. I only know one other person was the person she was trying to drink, and that's not happening again. So,
hey, check this out, man. And he puts a mask on, and it has like a 8-ball billiard ball on it.
Mm-hmm.
You think this looks cool? It's because I sell 8 balls. I like 8 balls.
Yeah, Brad, that's great. Real solid.
Oh, by the way, Kurt, do you think I could?
Yeah, I'm not really in a position right now.
Yeah, but I did what you asked me to do. I did exactly what you asked me to do, man. I mean, this wasn't an easy guy to get a hold of. Okay.
You'll get yours, man. But
okay, but I need it. I need it.
Yeah, I need it too. Okay, because I'm like at 4 hunger. I'm like barely hanging on. I just need to eat first, okay, and then you'll get yours.
All right, man. And he goes over to sit in a corner of the tanning salon you guys have taken over.
Mm-hmm.
Where he's set up blankets and a fucking couch cushion that he's found. And he looks pissed.
Yeah.
He did what you asked him to do. And he doesn't get his little bit of blood.
If I feed him right now, I'll frenzy. So
I know. No, I know.
Yeah. So okay. I was trying to do.
Can I look at? Can I read that Ross? Can I read that Curtis is actually he's hungry? I can see that he's hungry, can't I?
Oh, sure. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, I'm gonna just pull him to the side for a second and be like, I can see you're hungry, and
yeah,
I can help, but I need you to I'm only going to ask this once. I need you to I just feel it in me. Then
There is a way of satiating the thirst that we feel a lot easier, a lot simpler, which only tradition tells us is wrong.
Huh? What do you mean?
Look, there is a reason why I only feed from our kin. And it's not because of this idea of purging them or some weird sort of self-hate. We're an evolved species. Our only existence and way of surviving is weirdly with ourselves. I know this. All I'm saying is that if you are hungry, there is food.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah. I mean, she didn't.
She tried to kill your friend. She is.
I know. She almost sucked him dry.
And this is what I mean by people who believe in this stupid tradition of drinking humans. There's no need.
I know that with all the time that Curtis spent with Mary, who was, as we found out, was staunchly against this particular practice.
An abomination.
I don't know that did it ever specifically come up, because it never came up in play. Would I have been told many times by Mary that this was like blasphemous?
You know what? Because it didn't come up in play. And I think you may be right. You guys never had a specific discussion about this. You may not have gleaned it from her many sermons where she really talked in very religious terms about the entire kindred existence. So it's up to Curtis, is what I'm saying. His experience with feeding on other kindred is minimal, and what he's been told about it is not substantial.
Uh-huh. Yeah. So I'm very tempted, of course. I'm like, yeah. Yeah, why not?
All I'm saying is that in the time that I have been what I am, I've found myself being not only satiated, but cleaner by drinking my own kin. And it's only been the kin who deserve it, the ones who truly are bringing us down, stopping our evolution. Those are the ones who I feel are our food. But look, I don't want to force you to do anything that you may feel might be different or cause issues, but I'm telling you now, that hunger, that constant feeling of that closeness of being a beast,
Yeah.
it will be satiated, and so beautifully, once you go to a side in which not many people know of.
Jesus. This is your advice as a doctor. It'd be hard to, and yeah, the wheels are turning. Of course, like he's just like, yeah, just like he wants to do it for the vengeance of it, and and just like, yeah, it sounds amazing, but also like we don't want her to lash back at us. Also, how does it look if to the other vampires around us if more of us just start sucking on them?
Right, because no one knows that Lucius did that except for us at this point.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. Well, Clara has an idea, and Brad has an idea that something really weird happened. But I mean, I don't know. The airstrike sort of covers that. They might think that was what you guys were reacting to, really. Clara did have an idea, though, because Lucius was covered in blood.
Can I ask a question? really quick, which is that since I have this power now, narratively, it seems like because I can turn blood now, right?
You could turn bagged blood into easily digestible blood.
But it seems like that would be something that, like, should there be a moment that is narrativized that I discover I can do that?
I think there should. Okay. I think there should, because otherwise we'll just kind of, it depends. But I think that if you'd like a moment like that, we should have one.
Well, I'm just wondering if Curtis knew that I could do that, if that would influence him. But if he doesn't know that, that hasn't come up yet. So, okay, then it hasn't come up yet. Great.
Okay.
I can say I can then look at I can look at the group, and then so who's in the room with us at the moment? I'd say
I think that you guys have gone off into a private corner to have your little chat here. But Brad Lockwood is available. So is Dylan. I said that Circe is one of the Vamps that is here. Thana is markedly not here right now. Thana, you'll remember, was the very superstitious, sort of religious fanatic vampire who was here earlier. And Craig, of course, is still recuperating as well.
Well, what I'm going to do then is I'm going to look at Curtis and be like, look, I'll make this easier for you. I will go and talk to her. I'll make it easy. I promise. So if you are hungry, just walk in and she'll allow you to do what you need to do. But if you don't want to try it, then we just move on and let it all go. Okay. And then I'm going to walk away and I'm going to go into the room. I'm going to sneak into the room where Liana is.
I think I'm still there, though.
Lena.
You're still there? Lena.
I'm still there.
Okay, so I'm going to knock then, like.
Yeah?
Curtis needs you. He's not looking good. He's hungry.
Ah, look who it is. You got a hell of a right hook.
Yeah. Funny. Trust me, Jen. I'm not going to do anything.
Okay. I leave the room.
And then I'm going to look at her. Then I'm going to look at her. And then I'm going to do submerge directive.
Wait. Do you have? Wait. Oh my God. Do you have? You do have submerge directive. I forgot that you had that. Okay. If you would like to use that power, you just roll your manipulation plus dominate and one rouse check, and you are actually using your mesmerize power. Manipulation plus dominate, and you're going to make one rouse check to do it. And then you are going to mesmerize her and implant a post-hypnotic suggestion. But as another kindred, she does get to resist. And she is quite hungry. Let's see how she does here. She gets to roll her intelligence plus composure. Okay. She's ready with her dice pool. Are you ready with yours? Oh, and I'm sorry, I don't mean to make it into just a die roll, Lucius. You can talk to her. Show me how you mesmerize her. What you say.
I'm gonna look at her and say, I know how you feel. That hunger, that feeling of needing something to eat. But I know there's a deeper hunger within you. A hunger that needs to be satiated much more than just blood. You need a hit. That type of hit that can only be given if you do as I say. And we all know that I'm a doctor. I have access to so much more than just the dirty things or dirty stuff that you would normally ingest. But only if you do as I say will I give you something that can truly bring you back to some form of life.
Interesting. So if you are planting a directive in her, it means that if something happens at a later time, she will react in a way that you specify right now. So what are you? What is your directive?
My directive is when you see Curtis, you will lie prone and ignore the next few minutes that occur after.
Okay, great. I want you to roll your manipulation plus dominate.
Cool. Manipulation is 2 plus dominate 3. Roll 4 successes.
0 successes.
At this moment, perhaps as Curtis goes, or as Jen just passes Curtis in the hallway, you see like the fangs are out and just like,
Curtis.
Huh?
Are you okay?
I'm fine.
Lucius said you needed me. What's going on?
Oh no, I'm all right. I got a meeting scheduled for tomorrow night. Just wanted to let you know. I'm just gonna go touch base with him so we can make sure we let her go in a way that won't blow back on us.
Can I tell that he's really hungry?
You know that he's very hungry. I mean, we've talked about it before. When someone gets up to 4 hunger, they start acting differently. He's acting more animalistic. But if you'd like, Jen Brown, you can give me an insight roll on Curtis right now. I'd say a wits plus insight. And Curtis, it sounds like you probably don't want her to realize what you're thinking about doing.
Yep.
So why don't you give me a subterfuge, a manipulation, or composure plus a subterfuge roll?
And if you don't have a particular skill, you just don't roll that. Yep.
That's right. If you have no subterfuge, right?
That's right.
And I actually want you to take. I think that there's usually
I'm an open book.
A penalty for being unskilled. I think. Let me search that. First, Jen Brown, go ahead and make your. Let me see.
I got 2 successes.
I also got 2 successes by just rolling my 2 pips of composure. But if I take a penalty, then
no.
Okay.
I'm if there is a rule like that somewhere, I'm going to ignore it right now because I love that this is sort of a stalemate. And so I'm going to say that you're just aware that he's very hungry, Jen Brown.
Are you sure you're okay?
Yeah.
We can go get you some food if you need. I know that it's been a crazy few days and we haven't prioritized feeding. I know. If you need, we can go hunting.
Like I said, I got something lined up. And I turn away to move to the door.
Let me know when you're entering her cell.
I've left, by the way. So I've kind of done my business, and I'm going to go outside, and then I'll look at Curtis, and then I'll look at Jen, and then I'm going to walk over to Jen.
And there's like as Curtis like turns the knob on the door and walks in, he wants it so bad, and there's also a voice inside him that is like everything he's ever heard throughout. Like it's the voice that he would hear during addiction. It's just like, this is too easy. This isn't right. This isn't the way. But
well, then I hate to tell you that the moment you walk through the door and she locks eyes with you, she goes, and bares her neck.
Okay, and then I shut.
Laying as prone as she can, chained to that pipe.
And so does Lucius? I'm so sorry.
I mean, no one stops me. I shut the door behind me and just.
I'm with you, Jen, by the way.
Well, because Curtis said that he was going to talk to Lucius, didn't he? About about letting her go, and Lucius comes right out, doesn't he? As soon as Curtis goes in.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I guess let me ask you a question, Jen Brown. There's the player Ashley, and then there's the character Jen Brown. Does the player want to stop this from happening?
Well, I just wonder if
figure it out.
Yeah, I'm wondering if Jen would have enough information to be suspicious, because we matched roles last time. So
right. Well, you just matched that insight with him. You know what? Let's do one against Lucius, since Lucius is now talking to you. And Lucius, if you would please roll your manipulation plus subterfuge. Jen Brown, once again, your wits plus insight, and let's see how many successes we get.
I got 2.
Got 2.
Well, Jen Brown is aware that something's going on, but she's not quite sure what. And so, do you feed?
I think the banquet's been laid out before me. It's too tempting. Part of me is this a cop out that part of me wants to make this a roll? that maybe I roll against my own temptation.
I think that's not a cop out at all. I think that's fun.
Would that be like humanity or willpower, maybe?
Yeah. Let's roll your humanity. Let's roll your willpower. Your willpower plus 1/3 of your humanity. This is how you resist frenzy.
So 1/3 of my humanity. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so it's 5. My humanity is 5 since I lost 1 pip earlier. So
we'll call that 2. We'll call that 2 because we'll round down. Or we'll round up. We'll say like it's 6 and 1/3 of it is 2. So I'll give you 2 dice plus your willpower, but you have to give me the amount of successes that you are hungry right now. That's not normally the difficulty that I would levy, but the circumstances here are insane. Like he's giving her to you on a platter. Oh, yes. What horrible people vampires are. Difficulty 4.
Okay, so I've got the result, and so she lays back, bares her neck, and Curtis just like kneels down in front of her, and like the hands are like just straying over her body, and as he's like almost shaking his head, like no, as he licks her neck and bites in.
It's like a needle ready to plunge, hovering right above a throbbing vein. You know this feeling. It's sometimes been the only feeling that you could know. The ecstasy that immediately enters the pleasure center of your long, dead brain is overwhelming. Unfortunately, you are only able to satiate 1 level of hunger. And the reason is this vampire is already very hungry. You're still hungry, but you can kind of feel like her kind of almost drying up beneath you. You can go for 1 more level of hunger satiated, but then I'll be getting out the Diablerie rules again.
Oh God.
It is one of my conviction that I try not to kill what I feed on unless it really like is a weapon. And so I don't think I want to kill her. But is this another situation where I've got to roll against that?
I think that we'll roll again, and this time it won't be 4 difficulty. This time, since you're a little less hungry, I'm going to make it. You must get 2 successes. Roll the exact same pool you rolled last, because this would still be a willpower plus 1/3 humanity. Roll the exact same pool, and this time I want 3 successes.
3 successes. Oh, 2 successes. And because it's a willpower roll, I can't use willpower, right?
Okay. Yes. Right? That's correct. Here we go.
Jesus. This escalated quickly. I may
all kinds of places I did not know it was going to go
I'm an
tonight,
addict.
and I love it. And I love it.
So yeah, it's like he's like taking her down, and it's like, oh God, it's Train Spotting, it's Requiem for a Dream. It's the eyes like and like
Lucius, you agent of chaos.
Okay.
Okay. Wow. I mean, here we go.
Damn.
Whew. All right, it's going to take a full scene, but I think that you could be left alone in there for a full scene. Jen Brown hasn't really figured out what's happening, although I am going to roll one kind of chance thing that could happen while this is occurring. Okay. Give me strength plus resolve roll.
Okay.
Difficulty 3.
1, 2, 3. And is this now at 3 hunger?
Yes, you now are down to 3 hunger. Mm-hmm. Or no, you're actually if you're sucking in this last little bit, you're down to 2.
Yes. All right. And do I have a difficulty?
Difficulty of 3.
Thank you. Okay. 3 successes.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
You did it. So you lose 1 point of your humanity.
Oh. I'm down to 4 humanity.
Okay, and now I want you to roll your humanity plus 2.
Okay. So 6. And here comes the dynamite. 5 successes.
Wow. You just gave yourself 20 experience points.
My boy thanks very, very well.
Okay. So I now have a total of 30.
That sounds right. And these can like start pumping into blood potency and other things. And you didn't fail, so you don't get the black veins in your aura or lower your generation or anything like that. But you awaken, like it's almost like it was like the scene kind of burned white for a little bit as you were just
roll back.
Yes. And you when you awaken from sort of like the ecstasy that is so overwhelming that it takes away your vision, you see that when you move your fingers, little kind of illusions and like colors and strange like you're able to make like your finger kind of talk to you, and actual faces and like mouths sort of speak to you on the end of your finger, and then like the metal pipe in the room sort of like slides and slithers up the wall like a snake. But then very slowly all of this sort of it starts becoming less phantasmagoric, less dreamlike, and slowly reality starts to reassert yourself. And soon you realize you are sitting in a dark room with the desiccated corpse of your prisoner.
And I get up and clean myself up a little bit and
put a stain on your humanity as well, Curtis Krieger.
Actually, I don't understand exactly. So I both lose and gain stains. So I now have
I'm putting stains. 3 stains. I'm putting 3 stains on your humanity in addition to just having you lose a point of humanity.
Okay. Great. And I unlock the door and I step out and I shut the door.
Do I see him?
Certainly.
Curtis?
Lucius was right. Lucius was right.
Right about what?
Lucius was right. She's too great of a liability. She wouldn't join us, and she would have.
What did she do?
Would have sent someone packing. She was going to eat Craig.
What did you do? I'm just going to like push past him and go into the room.
And so now she's not a problem anymore.
Yeah, I mean, you can see that the life has been ripped from this creature. And you know enough about vampire physiology to know that there's only one thing that could have. You've been in torpor. This isn't torpor. This is something else.
I'm going to slowly close the door and look. I look at Curtis and then I look at Lucius.
Jen,
And I just walk out of the tanning salon.
So,
Okay. You're out on the streets of Pittsburgh. Is anybody following her?
I think we should. I look to Curtis and I'm like, I'll try to talk to her.
Dylan is running out the door after Jen Brown.
Oh fuck. Okay.
no, I want to follow. I want to.
Okay.
Yeah, I run after her.
So Dylan's running after you, Jen Brown, and she's like, Jen, what are you doing? You can't be out here. It's dangerous.
Dylan, I need him.
What's wrong?
We need to find somewhere else. We need to find somewhere else to go. Do you? Is there anywhere safe that you know of that we could go somewhere else?
Sure. How are we? Okay. I mean, we could try going back to Brownsville to the hospital.
Hospital. Wait, is that the hospital that we had the Anarch stronghold?
It's where you guys used to. Yeah, it's where you guys used to work out of.
I guess the Camry wouldn't think to look. Yeah, maybe we could. Maybe we could.
I could also, if you want, I can go right now and try to find us a place.
No, I don't want. No, I don't want you to go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. We can.
You hear footsteps behind you, and you see that Lucius and Curtis are approaching. Tell me what you want me to do. What's wrong? What happened?
I'm just staring at Curtis.
Jen, I need you to calm down.
You lied to me.
Calm down and listen to me.
You lied to me.
Because you
Dylan
would have
says,
stopped
what the
it.
fuck did you guys do? You fucking drank her, didn't you?
Who came out? Sorry.
This is Dylan saying this to Curtis and Lucius.
Jen,
She
please.
just got a critical hit on her. Figure out what happened.
I'm like, and I'm gonna look at Jen. I'm gonna be like, I need you to listen to me.
Shut up. You lied to me, Curtis. You've never lied to me before. The fuck is going on?
What were we gonna do? We're hungry. We're running scared. We're caged in on all sides. She could have turned anyone against us. She would have killed Craig if I hadn't run up on her. She would have killed him. She would have done the same to me.
Together, that's what we do.
She was like you. She was an addict.
We could have talked about it. We could have figured something out.
But
Instead,
we
you lied to
talked.
me and then you
We
killed her.
talked. We talked and we came to no conclusion. The idea of trying to recruit her. What kind of madness is this? Have you seen where we are? Have you seen what she was going to do to people? These
Then what
idiots,
is the fucking plan, Lucius? Look at where we are. We almost got destroyed in an explosion. If we eat each other alive, we're going to fucking die. All of us.
You don't know that.
Then what's your great fucking plan? You just want to eat everyone you come across? Are you gonna fucking take the Inquisition on by yourself?
Yeah, is this how it works now? When you're hungry, you eat whoever you want. Am I next on the menu?
No.
It's your kind.
How can I ever believe that?
Ask your friends. They know.
He saved Craig's life. Are you kidding me?
I am going to tell you this once and only once. the way in which we live, or what we believe is right, isn't truly right. This idea of feeding on humans, on people, it's not the way. This isn't the way forward. We are past that. This idea of tradition, this idea of hiding. This is not the way. What I do can be seen as something akin to cannibalism, but I tell you now, there is something deep inside me that knows that this is not true. I lived a life of science before this, not belief in religion, and I'm telling you now, it feels like the right thing to do.
Well, it doesn't look like it. Have you guys looked in a mirror?
Oh, my Lord.
You look different now.
What?
And it's true, Curtis, since this feeding, you have a more ashen pallor to your skin. I mean, like, even when you're not in the blush of life, you look more monstrous. And Lucius, since your last sessions where, you fed on Deb and Rhodes, you too look much different, more deathly in your appearance.
So it's not just we looked like corpses before, but now it's like extra corpsey.
Right. I mean, before you look like someone with very pale skin, almost to the point of, being dead. Now you look like, there's just something off-putting and horrible about you. And I want to tell you one other thing that Dylan says to you. She looks you in the eye, Curtis, and she goes, Craig is better off without you. Jen, I'm going to find someplace we can stay. And she starts walking away down the street.
I'm going to go up to Lucius and say, I don't give a shit about what you think is right. I don't give a shit about your crusade against vampires. We are hanging on by a thread. All we have is each other. We made a plan. We made a choice. You went behind my back. You killed someone who was defenseless or prisoner. He's an addict too. And I nod to Curtis.
I know.
Then what the fuck do you think you just did to him? And I walk away to go follow Dylan.
And I'm just going to look at her and be like, motherfucker.
We're going to follow Jen Brown and Dylan for just a little bit. Dylan's like, we don't have a car, but I know that's where Thana went. She went to Brownsville Hospital. She thinks the Camarilla aren't keeping an eye on it anymore.
Why did she go back there?
She wanted to find if Mary had left anything. She thought Mary might have left some final message for us, something that would lead us out of this. Her words were, this current darkness.
We can't try to go there without a car. Look, Dylan, I'm not strong enough to protect you on my own.
You don't have to. What? You don't have to protect me. I can take care of myself.
Okay. We got to find a way to get there fast. Or get off roads. Find a safe way to get there. We can't be out in the open like this.
You're right. Okay. Let me go see if I can find us a way to travel, or she's just going to do a streetwise roll. She is a gutter punk. She's going to see if she can find you guys a way to move. Okay. Okay, that's a big failure. So later, she comes back and she's like, I don't know, I can't. I don't want to start breaking into cars. It'll draw attention to us. The bus?
We just need to get off the street. Do I have a sense of where there would be a place for us to go that would be safe?
Yeah,
break into or something.
Think about places that you've been in your, in your campaign. But if you'd like a roll to kind of solve it, give me an intelligence plus streetwise roll. Difficulty 3 to find a good place.
The Camarilla wouldn't still be at the U.S. Steel building, would it?
They would not.
I mean, it seems kind of bonkers, but was that fortified for them?
Fortified? Well, it kind of, that entire Elysium headquarters sort of stopped being used after the raid on it that kind of, caught it all on fire and ruined a lot of it, but the building didn't come down. It's still there. It's such a huge edifice. There's no way of getting rid of it. You could walk there in maybe an hour.
I only got one success.
But you had your own idea. Would you guys like to go to the U.S. Steel building?
It seems so stupid to do that in a way, but I'm also curious, is Curtis just letting us walk away?
I think I'm kind of stunned by that by what was just yelled at. I'm like, I don't like being yelled at. But then I think I maybe jog quietly and maybe and you see Ruby join me, and it's the two of us kind of walk up to you. Does Ruby react any differently to me now that I'm a little creepier?
Ruby is one of two ghouls that you sort of feed now. So Ruby's loyalty to you is a little bit beyond how you even treat her. Yeah, which is well. You treat her well.
Yeah, my precious baby, and I'm like, and so I come up and I'm just like, what do you need?
For you to get the fuck away from us.
Dylan.
I'm not going to hurt you, Dylan. I'm never going to hurt you.
Curtis.
We did what we did.
We're the only people on the street. Those fucking Inquisitors are going to find us.
Yeah, you come inside. I know you want to find. We should find somewhere else, but not helping just milling around in the street.
Curtis, do you remember what happened to Lucius? When he ate Rhodes? And Deb?
Yeah.
We couldn't even reach him. You were barely able to reach him.
Look at me. I'm fine. I'm fine.
You don't look fine.
A Subaru hatchback pulls up. Thana is inside. And she's like, why is everyone out on the street?
Anyone else in there?
Just her.
Uh-huh.
I have news.
What?
Let's go into the tanning salon. And she parts.
It's ridiculous every time I hear it. I love it. Cool. Yeah, we go in.
I went back to our old haven. You're all in the tanning salon. I hope it's okay, Jen Brown. You and Dylan can leave immediately after you get this news if you'd like. But she's just going to tell you this news, and then you can make your next move. I went back. We forgot someone there. Do you remember, Jen Brown?
Erasmus.
The old leader of the Anarchs. He wasn't there anymore. The Camarilla has found him.
How do you know it was the Camarilla?
They knew about the place. They're the ones who would send people to investigate it. After you suffered your accident and Mr. Krieger went away for a year.
I'm sorry, am I missing something? Who's Erasmus?
Some pretentious fuck.
What?
You also get a notification on your phone, Jen Brown.
I check it.
You got that backdoor into Sabrina's account, remember?
Huh?
And you have set up programs to alert you if she sets up new searches and things on her grouper account. And I can tell you that she has set up a new search for her daily grouper report. This one is regarding Pittsburgh hospitals. And she has one link saved. There's been a report of a violent altercation at UPMC St. Margaret. Make an intelligence plus investigation roll.
Okay. Is that 5, 3? I really got to eat. My hunger is fucking up all of these rolls. 1 success.
Something about that location feels significant to you.
Is that where?
It's not. It's not exactly the hospital you were in that one time. It is a branch location of it. But there's something about where it lays on the map because you're able to immediately map it on your phone. There's something interesting about where it lays on the map.
Where does it lay on the map?
It lays right near the Allegheny River. And if you'd like to spend a little time kind of looking into this, I'll give you the answer of what's gnawing at you about it.
Yeah, I'll take some time.
So are you staying here?
I'm gonna sort of give a sideways glance to Lucius and Curtis and take Dylan in with me into another room to research this.
Very good. You spend the rest of the night doing that, and it suddenly dawns on you that these searches are in the same area. The news reports she's getting in the same area because remember she had a search for any news about the water and sewage treatment plant.
Mm-hmm.
That's walking distance from this hospital location. And there's been a recent report of a violent altercation there.
So presumably
the two are connected, it seems.
Right. And we assumed that the Camarilla, what's left of them, are probably at that plant.
You think that they have some sort of operation going on there, but you're also aware that they have bought property on Washington's Landing, which is on the same river, but a little ways away. It's sort of an island in that river that has, nice housing and properties on it.
Uh-huh. We've got a bit of a PvP thing happening here, so I'm not sure.
I know, and I don't want to deflate that or ignore that reality in any way. But I think it's time for whenever we get confused about what's next, maybe we should all ask what we want.
Mm-hmm.
So what does Jen Brown want more than anything else right now?
I think genuinely she would want things to be okay with her and Curtis. But
okay.
But she's a bit burned. Feels a bit burned, so
I've got this meeting tomorrow, but I now that's taken a backseat to trying to. I think maybe you hear like a gentle tap tap tap.
Come in.
I come in and look. If you're planning something, if you got to move somewhere, if there's something going on, look. What do you need me to do? What can I do for you?
You can tell me the truth.
Okay.
What happened?
Haven't you I was just so hungry, and
But why did you do it?
she.
You've never fed before. Was it Lucius?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna blame him. But it just made sense to. She's right there, and once I didn't mean to drain her. Once I started, I couldn't stop. I tried, but I couldn't stop.
I kind of get up and go over to Curtis.
Look, I know you can't trust me if I'm just gonna lose control. I get it. I'm a fuck up, okay?
I'm gonna hug him.
And I hug her back. I'm like, I'm sorry. I won't lose control again. And I'm never gonna hurt you.
Dylan was in the room. She hasn't said anything, but she's kind of standing behind Curtis now, and she just looks at you like this, Jen Brown. And then she walks out of the room.
I'm gonna pull away from the hug and look at Curtis and go, you are gonna lose control again. Unless you do something different.
Yeah. What do you need me to do?
I can't tell you that, man. You gotta figure it out.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go talk to Lucius. And I go out to find Lucius.
Before you arrive, Jen Brown, I will just let Lucius know that Clara has sent him a text message.
What does it say?
It says, I found her. I've been watching the bridge into Washington's Landing.
I'm going to text her back and be like, are they based where you're looking at them, or are they there at the moment? Like, what is it? What do you mean you found her? Is this?
I saw her drive in.
I'm going to tell her to hang out there for another few hours just to see if they're moving out or not.
I'll stay till dawn, she says.
Thank you.
Okay. Can I approach Lucius?
Yes.
Jen.
Listen to me. I'm grateful to you for a lot of things. You've helped us out. You've protected us. But what happened today can never happen again. Do you understand me? I don't give a shit what you do for yourself, but don't drag him into it.
I understand. I may have overstepped my mark in trying to help, but Jen, all right. Okay. But I just need you to just have a bit of an open mind.
Lucius.
Okay.
You didn't see what I saw. Your sister. She's not like us. What happens if you keep feeding like this? Do you think you're going to be able to maintain a relationship with her? Do you think she's even going to be able to look at you? You can't see, but you're changing. If she means anything to you, then you'll stop right now, or you'll lose her. And I'll walk away.
Okay. I'm just gonna sit back and I'm just gonna kind of ponder on that
So where did she say that the Archon is?
Washington's Landing. She actually also sends you a photo of what she's doing, and she's literally standing out like on a bridge with a please give sign and just watching all the cars that come across this little bridge onto Washington's Landing. And she says that she saw the Archon. She says that she saw the person you're looking for. She thinks it's funny. She like the photo she sends you is like her like laughing and holding it. But you know that what she's doing is trying to refocus you on the mission you all came here to complete. Mm-hmm. She maybe thinks, because it's your sister, I'm going to really lay out what you think she might be thinking. That this diablerie that you've committed, this strange act you committed a few nights hence, is just, she just needs to focus you again. You came here to destroy Isabel, your sire. And if you can do it, you won't lose control again. You won't lose your humanity. You guys will still be strong and solid together. That's probably what your sister is thinking.
Okay. I'm gonna put the phone down. I'm gonna wait till the group comes out so then we can discuss the new plans, and then I'll share the information that I've got. So are we all in the same room? Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Do you guys want the NPCs to join you or no? No. You three are going to discuss your next move. Go ahead.
So, obviously, Camry is making some moves. I'll convey what I learned with Dylan. All I know is that there was some sort of... There was an attack at a local hospital, walking distance from the water plant.
You reckon they're trying to run blood out of there?
Seems be.
So if this attack was made by... If this was an attack, do you think that the Inquisition were involved?
I don't think so.
If the Inquisition were involved, it would be much more of a firefight.
They're not subtle. Like
half that fucking hospital would be in flames right now.
I wonder if they're getting desperate. I mean, this is breaking the Masquerade. It's not clean. They act clean. Not that there's much of a Masquerade to break anymore.
Well, if it means anything, the reason why I'm here, the person I'm hunting, Clara's just found out where she is, and look, it's more of a personal thing, and I know that I'm not necessarily the closest I am to the both of you than I was. Look, I need to do this. I need to figure this out, and then I will be out of your hair, per se. There is a reason why I'm here, and I need to do it, and I think this will center me, and I know that this will center me. I have strayed. I'm not gonna lie. But it's in Washington's Landing.
You want to go after the Archon?
Absolutely, I need to.
It's a suicide.
Which is why I'm saying that you don't need to join me.
How many do you think are left, Curtis? Over Maria.
I mean, I've been trying to figure it out based on what everybody said about who they've encountered. And as we know from previous talks with, like, we have a sense of we basically know Sonia is still out there, which means a bunch of, probably her minions are still out there.
How many people attacked us that first game?
That was mostly ghouls. They had the color of life around them. There was only 2 kindred, I think, in that assault, which one was a Nosferatu, and the other one was the Archon.
Here's the thing that pops into my head. The only time that we've encountered the Camarilla since I got back to the city brought the Inquisition down on us as soon as they heard gunfire.
Right.
Is there a way? So if we break out into an open conflict, they're going to send their flamethrowers and their helicopters after us as soon as it pops off. Unless maybe, if there was a way we could sick the Inquisition on them first, almost as a diversion for both parties. I'm not saying I know how to do it, but if we could somehow get the Inquisition to attack that water plant, we don't know what's there, but we know they're protecting it. Then that would flush them out and get them off our back while we went about our business, or while he went about his.
There's one thing. If we just wage an attack or spur an attack on them, they have Sabrina.
Yeah. So you want to kill this Archon who looks like he's just walked out of the fucking Spirit Halloween store, and you want to get Sabrina out of there? Assassination and an extraction.
I mean, might as well go big, right? What do you think it'll take?
I think a distraction might be a good idea. I think if we try and divert the attention from us, it'll be cleaner, per se. The attention will not be on us. It will be on something else. And it might be helping to a degree. And we can just deal with what we need to deal with without causing too much problems.
So I just want to clarify some information. It sounds like you guys are kind of narrowing it down, but so the information I'd like to clarify is it appears that some Camarilla leadership is making a haven on Washington's Landing, which is not an enormous place. It's quite small, actually, but it might be, a mile or two across, and there are many houses and buildings on it. So while you know that they are there, you do not know exactly where. And then you also know that for whatever reason, this water and sewage treatment plant is important to them. So I'm just kind of, just as your game master, helping you kind of strategize. If distractions are what you're talking about, drawing attention to one of their operations while you go after the other is maybe a way forward.
Yeah, that's... Yeah, if we could bait the Inquisition when attacking one of them, I mean, and then Curtis is like, okay, if we get him to attack the water treatment facility, because, I mean, in theory, the Archon and Sabrina would probably be close to the core of power, which would, if it is their haven, would be this island. So if we light up the water treatment center, we could try to. But then that's still walking into the mouth of a very powerful.
You don't need to deal. You can deal with Sabrina. I will deal with the Archon myself.
What if there are others, Lucius?
Hey. Then I'll die trying again.
She's not going to come with me willingly.
No, you don't know how much of her is left.
No. I say we plan for that distraction.
All right.
So what is the move? How are you going to get the Inquisition to target? Am I understanding you? You guys are going to go after the Washington's landing haven, while the Inquisition maybe goes after this sewage treatment plant.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure that they've got it like secured to the max, and it's like, how do we know that we will encounter the folks that we want to encounter in either case? But it weakens the Camaria's power if they get part of their operation blown up either way. Yeah.
There's also, I mean, I'm sorry, I don't want to help you too much. Actually, I'm going to stop talking. Yeah, tell me what your move. We are at the end of the session.
You could also just like do a deeper surveillance of the island, see, just to get a sense of like where the people we're after are.
We could do that as well. Like I'm down for that. I'm down for surveying.
That's probably a pretty good idea. Would you guys like to resolve how your surveillance goes with a roll right now?
Oh, sure.
If you are deciding to do that. I mean, so before you full out assault, you're gonna try to get some intel, right? Okay, great. Then give me a stealth roll, but let's add something to it. Something tactical.
Oh God.
The person with the best skill in this area should probably roll, and the other two can just give them an extra die by helping. Right. And I'm thinking this is going to be let's go wits plus stealth. And you need to give me as many successes as nights you're watching. Okay. And if you would like your human friends to watch it during the day, you may do that as well.
Yeah, I think that sounds wise.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
Okay, great. So they're going to have their own dice pool. And who do you want in charge of that? Dylan, Craig, or Brad Lockwood?
Brad Lockwood's pissed. Dylan could do it, but I'm afraid she's going to get hurt. I mean, she seemed what?
I would say that I'd probably, now that I'm well, this is happening over a series of days, so I take it that this little like drug deal side quest is taking a backseat. Also,
you know what? Both can happen. We might not have time for our little drug deal side quest today, but we will have next time.
Great.
Yeah, I mean, you've set up surveillance. You're instructing people on how to do it. You know, we can abstract it a little bit. You're watching Washington's Landing. You're sending people across the bridge during the day. You're trying to figure out where the Camarilla is holed up there. And so who are you sending? Is it Craig or Brad or Dylan?
Is it fair to say you would have fed Brad since you're not hungry anymore?
That's kind of why I was asking that question. I think, yes, I would feed Brad so that he's not as
two rouse rolls. One for Ruby and one for Brad.
Great. I might be very hungry again.
That cooling makes you hungry.
Yep. Your boy's extremely hungry now.
Oh, no.
Well, then we definitely need to do that meeting with that drug dealer next time.
That's right.
But in the meantime, let's find out how this goes. So is it Brad, Craig, or Dylan that you are kind of putting in charge of the daytime surveillance, or Clara? Actually, it could be Clara because she's the one that started this. She's the one that started surveilling the place.
Part of me is like maybe her if Lucius is okay with that because she's already got eyes on it.
I'll put Clara in because one, I know that Craig got in danger last time. And I feel like Clara has got this much information. I think she knows her shit. So
okay, let's see how good Clara is at stuff like this. I mean, this is kind of what Clara does: is she kind of hangs out in places and watches them for vampires, so that Lucius can kind of move in later. So she's pretty good at this. Yeah, I think that we're gonna go. And yep. Okay. So, and then she's going to get extra dice from your two other human helpers, 3 other human helpers. She's getting a giant pool, guys.
Great.
Okay. Because they're all going to help her. And she critically succeeded.
Ooh.
Glad we have someone competent around here.
Well, it's a good thing you have ghouls and you've kept these people together. And so what I can tell you is that during the day, over the next couple days, Clara and your human allies discover that there is a certain kind of like wealthy subdivision on Washington's Landing, and it has nothing of the European Gothic about it at all. But as you know, Sonia really liked a kind of humble domestic kind of look to her haven. She kind of cultivated havens in like the attics of like families of 4 or 5. And so this subdivision, it is gated, and there are she critically hit. So I can tell you that there are ghoul like security guards that have like a little gate and cameras. And then the subdivision itself has like 16 houses, and they are cute little, 2-level, model houses. I mean, they're all kind of made by the same design. It's a little Levitt town out there on Washington's Landing, and she is certain she's seen the Archon go through, mask off, of course. She's not driving around in her car with a mask on. She's seen the kind of vans that the ghouls were using before, moving in and out of this subdivision, which is called River Run. And like the place in Game of Thrones, it is literally called River Run, but actually split, River Run.
Are the cars parking at the same house, at different houses? Is the whole subdivision seem to be Camarilla controlled?
She critically hit, and she can tell you that she thinks that all of the houses have Camarilla in them.
That's a lot of houses.
Or ghouls, yeah.
Shit. Okay.
Maybe that's where we send her.
It's basically like a cute little suburban neighborhood with flowers and beautiful hedges and cute little yellow houses, and every one of them is filled with Camarilla vampires or their allies. She's not quite, she's there during the day. She's really only seeing the ghouls move about, and she can't give you specific names or even like faces because everybody is wearing their mask because of the pandemic.
Okay.
I mean,
shoot, maybe it more complicated.
The Inquisition to send an airstrike?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Hey, I want you guys to think about it over the next week. And I don't even think it's crazy to say that maybe you would go and find that Inquisition member and tell him somehow, and maybe get another airstrike levied against River Run properties here. But I would like to end today's session with a coda that does not involve any of your characters. I would like to set the scene again at a place where there are big pipes everywhere, and the sound of kind of water in the background, kind of a dark place. And if you were there, Jen Brown or Curtis, you would hear a voice you recognize. You would hear the voice of Sonia speaking to someone. And she says, "This is not what we discussed. This is monstrous." And then the other voice says, "You need an ace in the hole. You need a way to win. You are a general in a losing war. Typhoid destroyed Napoleon's army."
What the fuck?
She's not done. She says, "Look, drinking blood is our weakness. Drinking water is theirs. I'll bring you a victory. but it's going to be at a very high price. And then a beautiful porcelain hand with delicately manicured nails holds up a vial of blood with something brown and black and poisonous floating in the center, and then holds it out over an enormous basin of water. And that is where we will end for tonight.
Jimmy and Christmas are going after the water supply. Oh, man.
Wow, what a session.
Yipes. Wow. Holy smokes.
That was great.
Yeah, man.
That was emotional. Good
Lord. Wow, what a
These characters, I gotta be honest with you. I know it's vampire, and the whole point of it is that you slowly erode away your humanity, but I really want them to get a win.
I know. Well, Jen, I don't think I've gotten any humanity. I have so much humanity. I have 8 humanity. So I'm basically a human.
Yeah. In fact, I would argue that Jen Brown is now a different species from her 2 coterie mates, which, you know, I mean, like, she's as close to human as a vampire can be, and they are getting farther and farther from it. Hopefully these rifts won't stop them from taking back the city, or at least taking back the people that matter to them, and then going somewhere else. At any rate, I want to really thank you guys. That was amazing tonight. Thank you so much.
Oh, no, it was good fun. Such good fun.
Yeah.
Next time, bring your Kevlar, or maybe more investigations in order. Really, you guys can think about how you want to handle any of it, and you don't have to just run right into a fight next Sunday, but give it a little thought. Okay, I'm going to say goodbye to my amazing players, Abu Salim, Ross Bryant, and Ashley Burch. Man, these games mean so much to me, so much. So thank you so much for coming and hanging out with me.
Yes, right back at you.
Yeah.
All right. Love you guys. I'm going to do my credits. And then if people have a comment or question, shoot it right on through. And our secret storyteller, Clinton Trucks, will throw it on the screen in just a minute. Guys, this Saturday at 6 p.m. Pacific, this coming Saturday, next Saturday, the Neptune Society, our Call of Cthulhu 7th edition game, will christen its new hot air balloon for an expedition to the center of the very Earth. Join Zach Reno as Quincy Ferrymore, Andrew Orvidal as Ian Pembley, Claire Grant as Valda LeBeau, alongside some very special guests in what promises to be one of our deadliest games ever, an adventure I'm entitling The Earth is a Box of Bees. Our podcast is out there and waiting for your subscribe. Stream of Blood is a podcast you can find on the podcatcher of your choice. You go ahead and subscribe, rate it, review it, let people know that the Stream of Blood is here. We're super proud of these games that we get to put on for you guys a couple times a week, and we want other people to see it. And part of that is through the podcast. You can now catch up on the episodes you've missed quickly and without all of that annoying visual data. All right. Our original music for Vampires in Pittsburgh is by our viewer, Axel Kazis Taylor. To hear more, search Axel Kazis Taylor on SoundCloud. And our original artwork is by Will Pottorff, Pottorff. And you can see more of his work on Instagram or on willpottorff.com. I'll also say that Ross Bryant occasionally does some work for us, and you can see him at RossBB on Instagram. Were there any comments or questions? Spread the word about the Stream of Blood. Follow us on Twitch and subscribe for special emotes. Oh, can Jen reach Galconda? Well, Jen doesn't know Galconda exists yet, does she? But wow, what a cool arc that would be for her. Shaka. Just right Galconda for Jen. I should tell the character should learn about it, and then we can move on. Is Lucius's philosophy based on any World of Darkness canon? I think that is a creation of Abu. I think he came up with sort of Lucius's sort of take on things. I got to be honest with you. If you had ever told me you're going to run a game and it's going to have someone who's really trying to diablerize other vampires, and it's going to be the best game of vampire you've ever run, I'd be like, wow, that's how could I can't let a player do that, can I? I can't let them keep diablerizing other vampires. But it's actually, I think, really dramatically scary and compelling. And I kind of see where our friend Lucius Ali is coming from. So I can't wait to see where it goes next. Spread the word about Stream of Blood. We are on Twitch. You can subscribe for best special emotes. Oh, is the Sobbit lurking in the shadows? I don't know. But remember that black car. Remember it going forward. The man in the black car. Who is he? What does he want? Remember that. We're on Instagram and Twitter, Reddit, r/Stream of Blood. But the best way to connect with us is on our Discord server, the Server of Blood, where we are talking and having these discussions all the time. Why? You don't have to just ask questions here at the end of the stream. You can ask them at any time by logging on to our Discord server. And because it's legally required that we do so, we are also on Facebook, and we're happy for you to get in touch with us there. What about the witch who couldn't come into the city? Clancy, that's a great question. No one's talked to Circe in a while. Maybe Circe went off to find that witch. Maybe that witch character won't come into the city now, because things have really changed in Pittsburgh. But I know who she is. I know everything about her. It's just, will the players ever pull that thread? Who knows? Our social media manager. Oh, wait. Okay. I want to thank Brian Ballinger and Clinton Trucks. I want to thank our social media manager, Megan Arch. Thank you to our YouTube content producer, Matt Moynihan. And our Stream of Blood logo was created by Garrett Ross. Our opening animation is by Andrew Orvidal. And I want to say that today's game is dedicated to our wonderful friend, Neil Mahoney. He passed away earlier this week, and he will be missed by everyone that knew him. Neil was a friend who loved his friends and wanted his friends to become friends with each other. He had a big table, and he invited as many people to sit at it as he could. And he gave everyone the opportunity to have more and deeper friendships. These relationships are a gift that he left us, and what holds us up when things are sad. So that's why we play these games with you and for you. Role-playing games aren't something where you try to win. They're not even really about the fictional worlds they take place in, although we all get quite obsessed with that. Role-playing games are a way to laugh and cry and make your good friends into better ones. So please keep a big table like Neil did. Hold each other up. It really, really matters more than you think. Thank you guys, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.